Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be working on the Mustang again. So after putting on the suspension, aka the Feel coilovers, I ran into a little bit of a problem at the track. So I had set it for 2.5 degrees of negative camber in the rear, and after a little bit of driving around, doing some things, taking to the track real quick, coming back, I noticed that it was then at negative 3 degrees of camber. So I went in, took a look, and basically the way that the rear arm connects to the chassis or the subframe, it's just a slot. So that slot doesn't exactly give us the best opportunity for adjustment. It's very hard to make the adjustment and keep it correct, and there's no locking it in place except for torquing it to 1,000,000 foot-pounds, which is basically everything on a Mustang, but I digress. So I decided I wanted to find a component that would make it easier to adjust, and this is that component. So it's going to mount on the subframe side here and on the arm side here, and this allows for quick adjustment through a turnbuckle here in the middle, which makes adjusting camber much easier. And on top of being much easier, it actually makes it so I can be very correct in how I do it, and it's not a guess, and then the likelihood of it slipping is now exponentially less, because basically going to set this to full negative, and then it can't slip inboard like it's prone to doing. So, alright, let's get to installing these amazing pieces from Steeda. They take a little bit of time to get here, but they look amazing. Now the question is, how much vibration and noise is this going to create? That'll be an interesting one. It is a street car, by the way. It's not a race car, so I do care about that. Although I have to say I'm less likely to complain if it has a little bit of a noise or vibration than most. Alright, let's get to installing. Alright, for the insulation of these arms, just make sure you got the right side. So the curve goes on this side for this one, the other side for the other one. So all we gotta do is remove the original, which is pretty simple, an 18 and a 15. Now the part that I dislike is the subframe part, which is deep in the heart of Texas. So this is the reason why I dislike where the adjustment is for camber for this, is it is right here. And then you have to force this way or that way to try to get your camber, and basically the entire time it just wants to fight you, which makes the installation and trying to adjust camber just terrible. So here's the original part. Here's the new part. In terms of weight savings, yeah, right, not really going to be any there. They should probably, mark these left and right. That would just be nice. But that doesn't even. Alright, we're done installing the Steeda Rear Camber Arms in the Mustang. Hopefully now the camber can stay static exactly where I set it, instead of flopping around and doing dumb things. Quickly did a camber check, so now it has 2.5 degrees of camber in the rear, negative of course, and I checked toe. I also have a little bit of toe in, just to give it a little bit more stability in the rear, so it's all set up, all ready to go, just waiting for the end of the month to go hit up track day and test the new setup out. Hopefully it stays where it should be, and testing with the new coilovers basically. So we're going to get some track time with new coilovers on the same tires we've been using and seeing what kind of gains, aka what kind of time loss, we can actually have. Hopefully we can get, I'm hoping in like the 125s and see where we can go from there. That's not the fastest the car can go, obviously, but it was a pretty good lap. I'm pretty content with it, and there's always more to gain at a later time.